Apostadamus presents 2K mods.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of WWE 2K16 Modding Weekly. As always, I'm your host, Apostadamus, and I'm glad to be back after a lengthy hiatus. Had a little bit of some health problems there, but I'm not gonna bore you guys with any of that nonsense. We're just gonna dive right into the mods. We have an insane amount of them on the docket today. Following in the footsteps of last episode's WCW legends, we're gonna shine a spotlight on ECW and WWE/WWF legend mods. And we're gonna kick things off with the whole effing show, Mr. Monday Night Rob Van Dam, brought to you by a man who's no stranger to the show, Bannockburn. And of course, who else could you follow Rob Van Dam with other than the suicidal, homicidal, genocidal maniac himself, Sabu, brought to you by Tekken57. He comes in a 10 attire mod, spanning pretty much every color spectrum he's worn through his lengthy career that continues to this day. Following Sabu, we have the human suplex machine, a man who literally snapped necks and cashed checks. Former SmackDown and TNA announcer, former ECW champion, Taz. Brought to you by Bravebird31 and ported to 2K16 by Lou Evil 76. Following Taz, we have the middle-aged and crazy Terry Funk, brought to us by Bannockburn, ported over to 2K16 by Pozzum. We're gonna have to run through some of these a little quickly because we got a crazy amount of them on the list today. One of the guys who we figured would be back for the brand split, maybe will down the road. A man who's still doing his thing on the indie scene with his own promotion. The innovator of violence, Tommy Dreamer, brought to us by ALCLegacy. Now it's time to shift notes and jump over to some of the WWE/WWF legends. And we begin with Auday Elyafe, Lie, Cheat, Steal, Los Guerreros, both Eddie and Chavo, looking spectacular. Must-have mod here. Definitely need them for your collection. And in addition to the Los Guerreros, Auday also transforms the Enforcer over to Mike Tyson, so you can actually play through that showcase in the most realistic way possible. But remember, in order to get Auday's mods, you have to be signed up for his gaming house website and gain approval via posting. And you're going to want to do yourself a favor and check out his forum anyway, because myself and New Jersey Devil both give out a shit ton of free keys for Steam games because we are maniacs who buy a ton of bundles and end up with a bunch of duplicates. So, following Mike Tyson, we have yet another 2K15 port, courtesy of Pozzum, who's brought us just so much stuff. Really, it can't be said enough just how much this community owes to Pozzum. He's contributed just so much work. It's crazy. And here is the Punjabi Playboy, the great Khali, ported over by Pozzum. There's one wrestler in particular who I just find it a head scratcher. It's absolutely astonishing that he isn't included in every single iteration of this video game due to his historical prominence in WWE lore, and that's Bruno Sammartino. This mod done by MinchoSheen. He's an integral part of WWE history, who you absolutely need to have in your game. Following Bruno, we have half of one of the most iconic tag teams of the Attitude Era. The Road Dogg, Jesse James, in his DX attire, brought to you by LeonRick. Oh, you didn't know? Following Road Dogg from the Ruthless Aggression Era, a prominent member of the Christian Coalition, and that's Tyson Tomko, brought to you by Tekken57. Now, one of the most requested showcases I've gotten thus far is for this man right here, the high-flying, multi-time Cruiserweight champion in WCW, former WWE champion, Lucha Underground star, Rey Mysterio, ported to 2K16 by Pozzum, and all of these Pozzum ports also include these wrestlers' entrance animations. I've had some people request tutorials on how to install these guys. It's really just as simple as putting the animations in the folder specified by Pozzum and then installing the POFO file. It's that easy. Just download them, extract them, and you'll be able to install them with the greatest of ease. And of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't also include a man who walked away from the spotlight in his prime to try his hand as an Ultimate Fighter. Phil Brooks, CM Punk, also ported over by Pozzum, and Pozzum has also ported over CM Punk's wife, former longest reigning Divas champion before she was dethroned from that title by Nikki Bella, AJ Lee. And Pozzum has also ported over WCW and Japanese legend, the Great Muta, this mod created by Eerie619. And we close things out with an ECW and WWE legend who has just burst back on the scene, joining the SmackDown roster. A man who doesn't just want to win matches, he's out to win an election. And that's the man beast, the war machine, the master of the gore, Rhyno, brought to you by LeonRick. And of course, if you've noticed the ECW arena and all these classic WWE pay-per-view events, they are all taking place within the Then, Now, and Beyond arena mod by Lord Justice, Skino, and many, many more. And that brings the proceedings to a close. I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed all the mods this week. I hope you guys have a great NXT Brooklyn and SummerSlam weekend. I'll see you guys again really soon.